All TV's me, the homie B. How's everyone doing today on this Saturday? Yo, so we got Flakko talking about the huge no jumper drama that's going on because of the interview that Adam had with Blockstar, the one who murdered Pop Smoke. So let's get right into this and see what Flakko is talking about. Let's go.
There's more no jumper drama surrounding this interview with the man who unalived Pop Smoke. Now, the interview was heavily criticized because a lot of people felt like it was unnecessary because it felt like No Jumper went in looking to give closure to the fans of Pop Smoke and to the family of Pop Smoke. And they were trying to get him to sort of own up to it, take accountability, and admit that he was sorry. But the interview took another turn, right? Because, the person who was being interviewed wasn't cooperative with the narrative that he was sorry, or he felt accountable, or he felt bad about it. As a matter of fact, he felt the opposite, right? And he would also go on to say, that he can't rule out that he would ever kill again, which left a lot of people uneasy.
So you're in a position where you want to express that you're sorry about it, but then as soon as you kind of show a little bit of weakness, people are going to use that against you.
Let me clear that. I'm not sorry about nothing. No, that shit never happened, but I ain't sorry. Feel me? Like, if I could go back, I'll go back, but I ain't sorry. Like, niggas die every day. Like, he was rapping about it, all type of shit. So I ain't sorry about it.
About Tony Yayo saying that he's certain that you'll kill again.
I don't know what that is.
He was like 50 Cent's right-hand man.
50 Cent right-hand man?
Yeah. He raps and shit now. He does a podcast.
Oh. I mean, that's just an assumption. You don't know me. Like, I'm not saying that I won't never do it again, but I'm not sitting intentionally going around killing people.
We've heard a lot of people critique the interview itself, but we really haven't heard from the family of Pop Smoke yet. Well, Pop Smoke's mom finally broke her silence and gave her opinion on No Jumper and the possibility of other outlets interviewing, the man who unalived her son.
You're right. It's a rooftop. We outside.
So we have to also put it out there, right? There were some series of interviews from, the gentleman who was involved, but that's not what we really want to know. We want to know how.
Man, stop. That's exactly what you want to know. TMZ does this thing, right? And I always found it real scumbaggy, to where they will take you, they will BS you for 90% of the interview, right? They will ask you, oh my God, how's your day going? How's your dating life, right? But they only have one pressing question in the back of their head, and they will wait to BS you up until the very end, and then they ask you the pressing question. She's only interviewing Pop Smoke's mom to ask her this question. This is the only question she's doing this interview for, but she's BSing her the whole.
Okay, so let's keep it real. Yes, TMZ have history doing that, but don't all interviews do that? Not all interviewers, as in I'm talking about the ones that just walk around with the cameras and stuff, not No Jumper or Back on Fig or something, because that's a set interview. But if they want to catch your attention or see you in public or wherever they're at, a venue, or they always want find a way to get your attention and talk to you so they could get the news. They want something that's talk about, something to keep in so they can stay in the media, you know what I mean? Just this guy Flakko, man, he does the same thing. He want to talk about something spicy, something like a hot topic or something, and this is a hot topic that's going around about Adam 22 interviewing the one who murdered her son, RP to Pop Smoke once again, but that's their job, that's what they're supposed to do, but yeah, let's keep going.
The whole time.
How do you feel about people wanting to interview someone like that? Should they not be interviewing them, and do you think that maybe it's clickbait?
For something like this, that is fine. And you really want to interview him and get his opinion and get his position. First of all, you're not helping him. Because the whole purpose in LA's law is that at 25 you get out, you try to make something of yourself.
But let's be real here, man. Let's be real here, bro. The Democrat, listen, man, this is why, I always say, like white saviors are like the biggest detriment when it comes to the urban community, right? White saviors who are implementing these laws, like thinking they understand how things work. These kids who are catching bodies at 13, 14, 15, 16 years old, these kids are not kids who are about to catch a body at 14, go to your youth summer camp, get out at 21, and then become model citizens and go on to become like actual physicists. No, these kids that you guys are letting out at 21 years old, these kids are literally like being let out just to go right back and catch another body, right? Now, even in this situation, yo, the dude told you, bro, yo, I think I got off too light. Like, he literally said, yo, I think I got off too light. Like, I think I should have done more time.
Trying to do something with your life. Hopefully there's been some sort of reform. But you come out and people are like, yo, bro, how you feel about what you did? That's not.
Yeah, it's kind of like a strange concept. Unfortunately, the concept didn't start with no jumper and it's not going to stop with no jumper. Now, the only difference I would say in regards to this is, like, for example, when Ted Bundy had his last interview after being convicted, about to, go under like the needle or be electrocuted or whatever, like the interview with Ted Bundy was done because Ted Bundy wanted to make an impact, right? He wanted to put out a message that's going to deter kids from doing it again, right? So Ted Bundy's last interview was all about, yo, tell kids to stay away from explicit movies because this right here is a rabbit hole and a slippery slope to degeneracy and deviant behaviors that led me to do what I do, right? So he essentially did it hoping to save more lives.
Wrong. Not movies. Dissecting animals. Never mind. That was Jeffrey Dahmer. My bad, yo. My bad. I don't know, man. Did Ted Bundy dissect animals and stuff? But Jeffrey Dahmer was on a whole nother level. He did all that. Dissect animals. Yeah, man. Not movies though. I mean, maybe they watched a couple, but I don't think the movies made those guys think to do that. But who knows? Maybe it probably added on too. Let's keep going.
Lives. This interview, when you watch it, it's kind of like you don't understand the purpose of it, right?
Hi, I'm.
Oh man, with these ads. My bad, yo. My bad. Come on, let's go. All right. Back to it.
Because if the purpose was to antagonize the family of Pop Smoke, now I don't think No Jumper was going into it trying to antagonize. I feel like No Jumper and Adam was truly trying to get answers, truly trying to get this man to admit that he felt sorry, he felt remorse, to get closure for the family. But the interview took another turn, right? It took a turn of, I'm not sorry, I don't feel bad. Right? Like, yo, I'm a gangster. I can't promise you I'm not going to kill again. So because it took that turn, well, then the purpose of the interview is moot, right? And it's almost like, why is it being done? And it's a little different as well because people will bring up the fact that, yo, there's been other channels that's interview killers, but here's the difference, right? Now, let's say a Keefe D, even with the Tupac situation, right, with Vlad TV interviewing Keefe D. Well, Tupac and them had an altercation and a confrontation, and that led to them retaliating against Tupac hours later. That's a little different, and you can somewhat understand that. But a situation is almost unheard of, right, in terms of interviewing somebody who essentially had no conflict, no altercation, no beef, no nothing with a rapper. They just got up one day and said, yo, because this rapper had the nerve to work hard, to change his family lives, to make millions, to put his blood, sweat, and tears in changing his life's trajectory, because he had the nerve and automated goal to do better with his life, we're coming to take his life and take his stuff, right? And then that person gets out and then they have an interview to speak on why essentially they murdered this man for no reason. To me, that's unheard of, or at least is rare. I can't pinpoint an instance where I've seen somebody get interviewed for essentially killing a man in cold blood for absolutely no reason. I can't pinpoint it in hip hop. Now, maybe it's happened on the news or Barbara Walters or others, but I can't pinpoint that ever happening in hip hop media because he essentially killed Pop Smoke for no reason.
Not helping anybody. It's not helping anybody. So as you're sharing with me about gag orders, I'm going to go look into that because that makes sense to me.
So you would consider having a gag order where he can't necessarily, or anyone involved can't speak on your son's name per se?
That's right. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Right.
Yo, I don't think a gag order would be impossible, right? Because I feel...
All right, I'm gonna leave it there, yo. Once again, RP to Pop Smoke, man. Damn, I know that was a dramatic interview for his mom, man. That's real heavy that she had to like relive that and stuff. And even with the Adam 22 interview, you know, she had to see all that and like relive that moment, you know what I mean? Yeah. All right, yo, Easy Call TV, we out. Let's go.